Hey guys, CWB here, and I hope you guys enjoyed that Street Fighter V lore gameplay. There is another set of lore gameplay coming up very soon, which will be uploaded in a few hours. But this is about King of Fighters 14. We actually got some more news and another interview, but we're going to do this a little bit differently. I'm just going to kind of read it to you this time, guys, because I'm trying to get the lore gameplay done, and I got a few other videos regarding the Street Fighter, and another one regarding to Tekken 7 Faded Retribution coming in very soon as well. I don't know about the Tekken 7, it may be here tomorrow, but regardless of that, let's go ahead and get right on into this article. So, a recent interview came out with the battle director of King of Fighters 14, and he said the game is around 70% complete. And according to him, they are now beginning to focus on character balancing. So, what has came out was, as the teams are going to be, there are going to be 16 three-person teams and 2 single-entry characters. So I'm guessing one of those single-entry characters is going to be the new final boss. And I think that most likely it will make sense for one of them. If it's not one of them, it'll probably be kind of like an anti-hero like they always have in every series. Or it may be the new main character, since he wouldn't have a team because he's the new guy. So, and I'm pretty sure the other new characters that are going to be in there will have teams, but it seems like usually the new character is a lone ranger, kind of like Kyo was when he was the new character. He was kind of on his own little team. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into this interview. So, first things first, Fort Gamer asked them, "How are you? We'd like to hear about your history. We've heard that you've been involved with a lot of fighting games before this. Is that correct?" And then Mr. Oda goes, "Yes, SNK. Yes, at SNK, I've worked on Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and the first fighting game I had in was Fatal Fury Special. My last game I worked before I left SNK was Guru, Mark of the Wolves." If you don't know what game that is, that's the game where, what is his name? A character that everybody wants is in there, and it literally just left my mind what his name was. But those of you who are fans of him, he sports a red and white jacket. He has a star on his back like Terry, so you know who he is if you know the game that I am talking about. So pretty much he's talking about what games who he played for, and they ask him, why are you using 3D graphics for King of Fighters 14? And this is a question that a lot of people have been wanting to know about King of Fighters 14. So he answers, there are 2 reasons. The first is that when we decided to move forward with this game, the plan was to aim at high-end machines. And for that purpose, we felt that 3D graphics be for the best. The second is that SNK has taken a bit of a break from consumer-oriented games, and we felt that we needed to use this project to learn 3D development properly. See, I kind of stated that a long time ago, that they are using this because they have been wanting to bridge into 3D gaming for quite a while, and they really need our support, and that's why they're so heavily focused on the character count, and they're really mainly focused on balancing and overall gameplay, because they know they can deliver on gameplay, but they're really just dipping their fingers in the water when it comes to 3D. So let's just keep on going. So I'll have my final verdict after this. So then, they go, I see. So if King of Fighters does well, does that mean that we will see revival of Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting, or perhaps even Samurai Showdown? That's one that everybody's been waiting for. And he goes, yes. If that's what the people want, then we could very well move on in that direction. So once again, their career, I won't say their career, but the future of the King of Fighters spin-off franchises or main franchises and the King of Fighters itself depends on the very well success of the King of Fighters 14. So then they ask, very much hope so. Moving back to King of Fighters, you have sort of a side game series called King of Fighters Maximum Impact that use 3D graphics. But this is the first time you're doing it in a numbered title. Has it been difficult working on King of Fighters in 3D? And Mr. Oda goes, this isn't my first time making a 2D fighter with 3D graphics, so I don't think it'll be very difficult at its core. However, oh my gosh, I can't talk. However, the character design of the King of Fighters is so unique, so it's been a real struggle every day to try and convert that atmosphere into 3D graphics. I can see that. You can tell about how now they're trying to, you can see it. So then they ask, it feels like the second trailer release has slightly different graphics from the first one. Are you adjusting the graphics of the game as you go along? And then Mr. Oda goes, that's right. The raw parts are pretty much the same, but we're doing things like increasing lighting and other small adjustments here and there. We want to keep improving the quality as much as we can and deliver the best possible product to all of you. So they're not trying to side shot you. They're trying to keep it to the best of their ability at this time. They're trying to get this game. We're probably gonna see a mid to early 2016 release. I can guarantee that. But they go, your fourth trailer, which was shown at the PlayStation Expo, know that the game will have 50 characters altogether. But does that mean that 50 characters will be available at release? Now, many people have already asked this question, so why would 4Gamer ask this? Regardless, it's pretty much, he states that the game will start off with 16 three-person teams and 2 single entry characters. So, making up a total of 50 characters. Please make sure the readers know this and it's not a case of character trickling in later. All the characters will be available at once. So he goes, at the Expo, PlayStation Expo, you have 6 playable characters. For visitors, how far along the development right now? He goes, speaking of the game as a whole, we are about 70% complete. As for the balance within the game itself, that is something we are beginning to focus on right now. So overall, they are trying to make this the best game that they can do with what they know right now. The guy he knows 3D, he's worked with 3D titles before. So, and I believe that he's the guy that worked on Dempsey's team when they was making Street Fighter 4. So, he has experience, but he's trying to bring that 2D sprite feel to the 3D world, and it's proven difficult. And you can kind of see it. The graphics have changed literally 3 times within the last 3 major trailers, and with the 4th one, it actually looks decent. And like I said, it may not be what you want it to be at the end, but they're trying with what they got. You gotta think about like this. Like he said, King of Fighters has been, well, not King of Fighters, but SNK has been working on other titles besides King of Fighters for quite a while. And mainly, what were those titles on? Pachinko machines. They weren't really graphically capable. They weren't fighting games. They were stupid little gambling machines. So you gotta, their strong suit is gameplay and characters. They have a shit ton of characters in the King of Fighters franchise. So they're pulling as many of them as they can that they feel will fit this story, and they pulled 50 of them. A lot of them, apparently quite a few of them are new. When I say quite a few, I'm not talking about like half the roster. I'm talking about like, maybe about, 2 teams and, those 2 standalones. That's not even close to half the roster. But when I say a lot of them are new, I mean, they have quite a few new characters, but they have a lot of old school returning characters, and your main startup are going to be there. But like they said, and like I've said, we have to support this game if we want the King of Fighters to keep thriving on. And I'm not saying support the game if the game is bad. You can tell if a game is bad, but having, subpar graphics to okay, solid graphics does not make a game bad. What makes a game bad is if it has overall bad freaking gameplay. Gameplay is the core of any fighting game. If Street Fighter looked great, but then you played it and it played like shit, you wouldn't want to play the game anymore. So why would you want to play a game that sucks? Why would you not care if they cared about the gameplay and not the graphics? They're trying to bring the regardless of what I'm saying, is they're trying to the best of their ability, so we can at least give them a chance, because they're promising a lot if this game is a success, and I'm willing to take them up on that. But this has been your host, TWB. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for a lore gameplay, another set of lore gameplays. This one, I actually have 2 wins, and the one after that, oh lord, you're just gonna have to see that for yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out.
Song on repeat. Oh yeah, we come with this beat. We keep it sexy like R&B. Now you can sit down and complain about the mundane things, or capture the city. Don't be afraid, live in the fast lane. Bright lights in the street, come on, you feeling like a star, man. 2 left to the right, and I can't believe I'm really home, man. Wobbledy wobbly wop, hit them with that diddy bop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.